Yes, yeah, certainly. You know, we all feel that we are immortal. So, as a psychoanalyst, I can tell you that we don't have the concept that death exists in the unconscious. Even when we think about death, the death has always happened to others. So, like you, like me, like anybody else, you know, the question of death and dying becomes always a subject that I didn't want to tackle until I faced a young boy with a terminal disease. He was blind, and he became one of my first terminal patients. And we met every day for an hour. And I can tell you that although at the end of the session I was really moved and sad, as the sessions were developed, I was learning a lot about life. Because although he knew he was dying, you know, the way he communicated, the way he was enjoying every single hour of his life was giving me the energy to say, well, you know, after all, one can enjoy every single day, and even if you are very ill. The most difficult part is when they are obviously in pre-verbal stage. When they cannot speak, it's very difficult to work with. But you see, when at the age of 4 or 5, the children know perfectly well if they are seriously ill. And by the age of 7 or 8, they know exactly that death is death, and because they have seen, you know, birds or something dead, so they know. Probably they won't talk to you about it, they won't express it, but they will express it through drawings, like in this place is a grief center. They come, they can do drawings, or through films that they make comments. But after a while, if you make a bond with the child and they trust you, then they will open up. And very often they will look at you and say, doctor, I'm going to die. Sometimes, even if they have a good bond with you, they won't ask you to protect the family. We cannot always cure. We can always care. Caring you can do to the end of their life. But curing, you cannot promise anyone that is going to be cured. This is why I always say when they ask me, how is it that you work with death and dying? And I said, I work with life, not with death and dying. The majority of the needs of the dying child can be covered at home, the majority. Some cases, extreme cases, they need to be taken to hospital, but not to be left there. We take them there, they are controlled in the things that we cannot do at home, and they come back home. The policy is what every child, adolescent, and family wants. And I'm sure you or I, we want to die at home. Who wants to die in a hospital? I started my work, apart from England, to cooperate with a Polish hospice in Warsaw. And this is when I met Dr. Jasenkova, the director, and she had a dream. And she said, I want to have a hospice in Bratislava. And she was like a visionary, because at that time she didn't have anything, you know. So she touched my heart, and since then, it's almost now 11 years that I'm coming here, and I'm cooperating with this institution. This is absolutely an independent NGO. We accept people from all walks of life. We don't ask what religion you have, where you come from, whatever. But the majority are individual donors and some companies. We are in constant need to improve the situation because the demand increases. We started 10 years ago, or 11 now, with very few patients. And now at one time we can have 14, 15, 18 patients, not only just children. We have adolescents, even young adults, 20, 21, that they come. So if we need more nurses and more doctors, we need more money to pay salaries. And this is one of our worries, to make sure that people know what the type of work we do.